It's on. Go ahead and talk. We don't have to
Hello?
use it. I'm not ready yet. Oh, how come? There it is. Wait a minute. How come the couch sinks more? I really want to know.
We're on. Hello, people. Hello. This here is my dad. He works with the camera for my YouTube videos. He helps out a lot. Okay, you guys probably remember back in last year, back in April when I did my the new version of Clash of the Titans. I praised the film a lot. That was over a year ago, so I decided to be fair for the fans who've seen the older version, like my dad here. He's seen the film.
Of course, originally.
Originally, yeah. I decided to be fair. I decided to do like a old versus new sort of thing. I love both films, but they do have their faults and their defaults, right? And there is major differences, and if you watch both films carefully, try watching the old one. It's very long and it drags a little bit. You'll notice very carefully. Like, what do you know about... Do you like the film? Just to be out of curiosity, just to tell them.
Which one?
The old one.
Yes and no. That's why we're here. I like it, but I don't like it. So.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about some of those
intro and
things.
the stories. Okay, now it's time for the stories. The one thing I like about the newer version is that it doesn't try to copy the original story. It takes elements from the original movie, but adapts into a way that makes it more modern. You know what I mean?
Right. The stories are different. I do like both stories, actually.
They're really good. They're really well written on how they adapt the Perseus legend. Obviously, there are different adaptations of it depending on what source you're reading, but they're both the same with just a few differences. Heck, not some, a lot of differences. Okay, special effects.
Special effects. Would you like me to comment on this?
Yes,
Okay.
actually.
Well, actually, I like the special effects in the old one because I'm a big Ray Harryhausen fan.
And I also read that this was his last film that he did. The last film that he actually did for a movie.
Right, and he always did a great job, and he loved movies, and you could tell that when he made them. I'm a big fan of Valley of Gwangi.
Yeah.
You know that one.
Yes,
and
yes.
Jason and the Argonauts. So he's done a lot of classic films with great special effects. So I like the special effects.
The new one is extremely well, especially with the Kraken. The Kraken in the new one looks more menacing than in the old one, because in the old one he looks like a fish guy with extra arms and a fishtail. That doesn't seem scary.
Right. Well, what I didn't like about the special effects is that they'd actually gotten behind the times a little bit. Because Star Wars had come out a few years before, and everybody knows how awesome the special effects were in Star Wars.
And when you see this film, they seem kind of outdated.
So while Ray Harryhausen was great at what he did, they weren't quite up to the standards of the time period.
Yeah, his effects was outdated. I respect the guy a lot, but I say the special effects for the new one tops this completely.
Right, we can blame Steven Spielberg. Or George Lucas, sorry.
Yeah.
And Spielberg.
We
love both of them.
We love both of them. Okay, the actors. Harryhausen, who does him originally.
Harry who?
Harry.
Hamlin.
Hamlin.
Hausen is the special effects person.
Hamlin.
It's okay.
It's just Harry Hamlin. He has the appearance of Perseus, but all the actors in the old one have this exact problem, except for the guy, the theater guy, who's Perseus first meets when he gets to the city, and they talk in
Burgess Meredith.
Yeah, they talk in this weird monotone voice. Here's an example that Andromeda does. You're not my husband, not Ed. Who talks like that? Nobody talks like that. They speak in a weird monotone voice, and it creeps me out.
Maybe the director told him to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
As I said in my review a year ago, I love Sam Worthington's Perseus. He's more rebellious, and you actually feel sorry for him. The guy lost his family, for crying out loud.
So I don't really blame the actors in the old one so much. Laurence Olivier's in it.
Yeah, he does
awesome. Maggie Smith, who we love from
Harry Potter.
Right, and so we could go down the list. Burgess Meredith's great. Harry Hamlin, we like in other things. He was in a show called L.A. Law. I don't think you've ever seen it. He was really good in. But I think the direction, it was a little bit slow for me, that's why I didn't like it. I always kind of complain about the slowness of that original story.
Yeah, when it comes to Zeus, Laurent Olivier does a really good job as Zeus. He has like the voice and appearance for it, but Liam Neeson, who we remember from the Star Wars The Phantom Menace, he was Ra's al Ghul from Batman Begins.
And a lot of movies.
And
He's
he
in a lot of movies.
also did the new version of the A-Team. I love Liam Neeson's version of Zeus. Like, it's very powerful. And the one thing I like about the new one better than the old one, they add Hades, who's played by Ralph Fiennes. Hades wasn't even mentioned in the old one.
Yeah, the story moves much faster than
The
the
story
one. So that's
moves-
my only problem with
Yeah.
the older movie, really, is the story. And do you have music on here? I was not a big fan of the music in the old one, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on a rant or anything.
Yeah, we'll save that for another time.
Alright.
All in all, the actors in both versions were good, but I have to say the newer one is better, especially with that actress from Persia, The Sands of Time, who played Io.
Gemma
Yeah.
Arterton.
Yeah,
Good memory, Dad.
yeah, she has her voice sounds mystical.
Really good.
Like, really good. Like, it gets stuck in your head. Okay, off of the actors. Ah, yes! The pacing.
Oh, the pacing in the old one.
The pacing in the old one is ridiculous. Like, the scene... A very good example of this is the scene where Perseus is up against Medusa in the old one. Okay, I know why it drags out. It's for suspense, but after, like, I think 30 minutes, you kind of, like, I remember you told me you fall asleep during that part.
It seems like 30 minutes. It's
Yeah,
probably not.
like,
but
it drags too long. Like, you want to know what happens next, but there's still, like, she's still slithering around waiting to kill Perseus. The new scene, it's adrenaline rush. Like, it is so fast. Like, she moves, like, agility, like quickly. Like,
it was partly a function of the special effects, too.
like, yeah, since it was, like, all stop
It was
motion.
tougher.
It was, like, stop motion, so you couldn't do, like,
I
the
mean,
agility.
just think how hard Ray Harryhausen worked
Yeah.
to get all that right.
I
so.
respect him for that. The work that he did for the creatures, which we'll get to later, was amazing. But
Wait, how long do we have for this?
enjoy them.
See, now I'm here. I'm going to keep you moving along.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. So the actors, we like the actors in both,
We like the actors in both.
but
like-
it was the pacing that.
But
I
it was
think
the
we had a
pacing
problem.
that did it for us. Creatures, and I'm gonna leave some of this to you.
You just want to compare them. I mean, I like them in both movies.
I like them in both movies, but
I'm not a big fan of the giant scorpions for some reason.
oh come on, the scorpions in the new one are awesome.
I think they're awesome. I don't know. They just seem like a little too powerful.
Yeah,
Too big and powerful.
Yeah,
for me.
another thing too. Those.
I don't know how they managed to cope against. Did he finally get the special sword against the scorpion? He didn't use it.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Oh, the guy. Who were the
The
guys?
guys with the spears that had the blue eyes, it looked like their
They
face
showed
was
up.
made out of wood. I actually liked them. They were like a new twist for the movie.
It's kind of like petrified wood.
Petrified wood,
Yeah.
The show that they've lived like for thousands of years.